Oh, bonjour and hello. Saturday, and I am just arrived in the Three Valleys, Val Thorens. Actually, Les Menuires. A little bit of confusion, and I went up to where Anthony recommended, but they wouldn't let me in there to park. Apparently, you have to book. Anyway, so I asked Anthony if this was the case, but he hasn't got back to me yet. So I passed him. He was coming down the valley as I was going up. So he's probably, I think, dropping somebody off at the airport or collecting somebody. Who knows? And I believe he's going now to Menuires. Anyway, so then I thought, right, well, I've got two options. I either park in a bus or lorry park, which is halfway up, but it looked nice, but it was not near a lift. So I thought, well, I'll try the Aires, and plenty of space down here in the Aires. And it has electric and wastewater and fresh water. So, but I did all that before I left Borg. Took about an hour to get here, and look what I found. This is tiger lily, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is Andy, and there's three of them in there, and they are snowboarding for the week. No, it's not having it, is it? And that's a long wheelbase version. Lovely, lovely colour. Anyway, so I'm set up now. We're all good. I'm going to go and see if I can get a lift pass. That's Les Menuires up there. That's the funny chapel. And there's loads of space here, which I was a bit dubious of because it's very popular. But it's crossover day, Saturday, so it's probably because a lot of the people, probably fill up during the day. But that's me, Saturday. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here. The weather is okay. So far, so good. I wouldn't say it's blue to blue, but it's okay. So I'm going to see if I can get some tokens now and have a look in Les Menuires, because I've been here loads of times, but I've never actually been to Les Menuires. I'm not sure if I say that right, but that's what I'm calling it. But yeah, so we're here. And I knew Andy was going to be here. We spoke briefly on Instagram. He asked about the where I got the cover from. And Silver Screens said they won't make one for him for that because of his wing mirrors. It's disappointing. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you because I'm going for a walk. So I'll find a cash point. And I fancy some cake. I haven't had any cake since I've been here. Okay, over and out. Bonjour. Monday, new week. Blue skies outside, I'll show you in a bit. Glorious. It was a nice night. The stars were out last night. I was stargazing last night. It was awesome. Slight van issue. Well, some would say it's more than a slight issue, but the heating gremlin has reappeared. So I briefly put the van on electric yesterday, unbeknown to me that it was on a timer. So I put the heating on very low and the van was hot. But obviously then there was an error code because the electric had stopped. Fair enough, that's fine. Sorted the electric code, error code out. Found out what it was. That's the reason why, because the electric wasn't coming in. So that's quite normal. So I put it back onto diesel. And then last night, I've known there's been something wrong with it. Yeah, because it's been coming on at the set temperature on the thermostat. And I'm stood in here or sitting in here thinking, well, it can't be that, it's not that cold for that to come on. So I thought, well, I'll get myself an independent thermometer. So this is proof that the Truma is not accurate to the actual temperature in the van. So the heating was set for 12 degrees last night, which is pretty cold in my opinion. But the thermometer was like still at 18 and 19 because of the heat generated in the van while I had the heating on electric. So anyway, about 9 o'clock, I think probably a little bit later, the heating was on. And I checked it. And the temperature was still at around 16 on the thermometer. So what it happens is it's battling itself. So it's obviously getting that hot. The boiler's getting that hot that there's another error code saying your water's hot, your boiler's hot. So it's going to turn itself off as a safety mechanism, which is great. Other than I don't want it to turn off. I want it to keep the van at a constant temperature. That being said, it's not working right. So it will turn itself off. Then I will turn it off, turn it back on again when everything's cooled down, and it seems to work. But now the frequency in or the time between it being stopped and started again, and then you think, oh, it's running fine, that time period of it getting another error code has shortened. So it's more frequent that I'm getting the error code. So I'm going to get some euros, plug it back into the electric for the time I'm back here, and see if I can't get a Truma engineer to come and sort me out, which is a pain because they're not readily available. There's a guy on YouTube that had a similar issue with his. He got an engineer to come and fix it. Fixed it. It's no issue. But his engineer was from Andover, so that's not happening. I need somebody in the Cambridge area, Cambridge, Suffolk, or Essex area, to come and do mine. But obviously, I'm not going to do that until I get home. So that's a little bit of annoyance, but you can't do these kind of trips without some kind of issue. And if ultimately that turns out to be the only issue, I'll be quite happy. Anyway, it's coffee time. The family next door are awake. I don't think they went out last night. So we're out today, or I'm definitely out. I don't think I'll be staying with these today. I've got too much to see. And the sun is out. It's going to be a nice day. So I'll keep you all updated on how the skiing goes out there, because looks like it's going to. And yes, Les Menuires is, if you're skiing in Val Thorens, that's a long old flat icy blue back into here. So I'm going to go back up out towards Meribel and come back in Les Menuires from a higher, slightly over area from now on, because that was, well, I had to walk most of it. But that's okay. It did me good. So I'll speak to you later. Ta-ra for now. Oh, bonjour. Right, I've put... Oh, it's cold. we've just been in the bar and the sun's gone in, obviously, and then you just realise that it's not a good idea to go out skiing all day in a hoodie. Anyway, we're back. A couple of things to sort out. Oh, God, I hate this camera. Right, I'm on electric now, so I'm going to turn the heating on. I'm going to put that up to 14 degrees, right? I'm going to change the fuel to electric 2. I'm going to put the fan on high. So there's, it's telling me I'm plugged in. I'm good to go. I'm 14 degrees. Ah! That just went off then, didn't it? So that should flash if the temperature in the van is higher than 14 degrees. That's why it's not come on. And that there is my thermometer. I've moved the thermometer now because I think this is the thermometer for the Truma, which is strategically placed by the door, which you would associate with being colder because it's by a drafty door. Right, so now that's gone down a degree since I got in here. So we'll see now. I mean, I've got no qualms in this working on the electric. It's the fact that when I put it onto diesel, that is the issue. Anyway, let me show you this. Look at the size of this. He's that big. He knows he's that big. He's got his own traffic cones. He's got his own road diversion. And all that still needs to plug into electric. And we're just currently just discussing how much that is. That's got to be £1 million. Mate, it might even be more. But as I've just explained to the guys, he's still only doing what we're doing, which is camping. So I've plugged in to the, what do you call it? That's the tariff. And we got a storm coming. Apparently it's going to be blue skies tomorrow. But, and then there's a storm coming. Safe to say, Ben is as slow taking his gear off as he is putting it on in the mornings, isn't he? Let's be honest. Yeah, yeah. But he's not as slow getting down the mountain as them pair in there, is he? Hey? Did they get lost?
Oh, yeah.
Did they get lost coming down there?
I was shouting at Harvey. I was going, Harvey,
I see you.
this way, went straight fucking past.
Yeah, yeah. Deaf. Deaf as a doornail, isn't he?
Pardon?
Deaf.
Hey.
Glorious. Anyway, as I was diagnosing one problem, I've noticed another one. So I've got a very small diesel leak. There's a breather pipe here, and I think it's that on the underside. And I've also got a very small leak on the wastewater, but that's not worth worrying about at this moment. I think that's water's might have frozen. And I've had another catastrophe with my brand new fitted bike rack. Door swung round, bang. I could do without that. But maybe it's because I did top that right up. So maybe it could be the breather pipe has got a small slit or a hole, or it's perished. And it's nothing more serious than that. because this old Mercedes doesn't drop anything that it shouldn't. Oil, transmission oil, all the gearbox casing oil and all that. It's pretty good in there. Okay, from Val Thorens. It's a bit cold, but it's lovely. Bonjour. I might have to learn good morning in French. Francais. Parlez-vous. Right. What a night. Went out for something to eat. Had some very traditional French food. Snails, beef tartare, and a glorious dessert. 5 tiny dessert miniatures. So a bit of everything, really. And an espresso, which hit the spot. Right. Let's get out at it. So today I'm heading over that way. So Meribel, Courchevel and back. That should, as historically has been proven, should take me all day. I've never done it on my own. So it might... I'm not optimistic that I'll get to where I want to go in time to get back. So I might cut it short. I'm not as young as I used to be. We're on the last stretch of the trip now. So because there's bad weather coming in, this may well be my last ski day. Depending on where I go from here, because I can't see me staying here for 3 days and then skiing after that when the weather returns, when this glorious weather returns. And it will. I can see myself by Friday heading down. And I have got a plan for the way home. I'm going to go non-toll and catch some of the historic parts of eastern France. So the old towns and cities on the German border, which once, a long time ago, used to be part of Germany, but obviously since the Versailles and all the business that went on in the 30s and the 40s, it's now part of France again. So we'll have a look at them. So this might well be my last ski day. We are here in sunny Courchevel, where the door staff won't let scumbags like me in. Not in current attire, especially.
Yeah.
Orange top.
Orange top, blue
Well, they
bottom.
might go.
Really quick. There's a flash piece, but
That's a pretty little town. Courchevel village. I'd say more traditional, old school style village than some of the 60s built resorts slightly higher up. Not a lot of skiers about, but I thought I'd come and show you what it's like. It's awesome. Captain's log. I can't find my hairbrush. I've showered. Anyway, let's start again. It's Tuesday evening, and we're now walking up from the Aire up into Les Menuires. So it's a short walk up this track to the pedestrian, that's Andy, to the pedestrian gondola. It's cold, and this is pre-storm sunset. Moon's up, pre-storm sunset, which is absolutely glorious. Look at that. Beautiful, Bernard. And there's the moon. We are here in, where is it?
Oh.
That's what I said. And we are currently having a starter of saucisson. What's saucisson, Ben?
No idea.
It's cured meat. It's got garlic and chili. And it's absolutely addictive, isn't it? Oh, and some popcorn. And beer. And we've all ordered fondue. So we're looking forward to that. What have you got there, Harv?
Roasted marrowbone.
No, roasted Marylebone.
Marrowbone.
The train station. That looks amazing.
Don't think about what you're eating. Just eat it.
Comes with the bone and everything.
Amazing.
Delicious. And absolutely.
Oh, Harvey! Did you get that on camera or not? Put on my trousers. Oh, Pam rammed here.
Don't waste it.
No.
That's the first time he's ever had a bone in his trousers.
Oh my god. What a waste.
Well,
On the floor?
Well,
No.
mate.
Luckily not. Oh my god.
Anyway, as food reviews goes, I think that was the best one we've ever done. That's lovely, isn't it? I think that's, they do call that reblochon or raclette? Raclette cheese, wouldn't it? Raclette. Nice. Anyway, we're enjoying it. Great night out. We are here in the pit stop. Oh, just let me show you this that's just rocked up. A Mercedes Nova. Look at that. Very nice. Mercedes Sprinter chassis, high top. Coach built. Lovely. French. Anyway, now then, the proper Mercedes. The blue one, Tiger Lily. Has got some mechanical issues. Nothing serious, just a sheared anchor bolt on the shock absorber. So he's going to take it off and run it without. Or, you see, there's still an option. When you bring your own van, there's options. So he thinks, because we've got the bad weather, you won't believe it, but we've got the bad weather coming, that he might extend his stay, which means then he can probably buy the part that he needs to then fix it while he's here, because he can get it posted to the local post office. That's if he can get the sheared bolt out. So that's what he's doing with his two trusty helpers.
Let's see the head of the bolt on that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's one there that you need to grip the back of it. Right, one there.
So this air is situated in Les Menuires, which is probably about 5 or 6 kilometres from the top of Val Thorens. It's pretty good. It's all bayed parking. And if I spin this round, that's the entrance, and it's just gated. So you pull up to the gate comes up and you get a ticket, and then that ticket calculates your stay on your exit, and then you pay via here. There's your tariffs. So what's that saying now? 30 minutes to 6 hours is €5. From 6 hours to 24, so that's €15 a day. And you've got your tourist taxes at the bottom there. So an extra 66 cents a night by the looks of that. The facilities are okay. The electric points are there. There is a free, what do you call them? What's the French word for them? Flot bleu. But we've seen a lot of people come in and use this and say it's not working, but someone was using it today. So you can empty your, so this is outside of the air. This is the public. Oh, look, it's got an electric point there. But that looks like a pay one, it's not free. So you pay to, yeah, you've got to pay to open and everything's €2. Well, can I get a €2 coin? No. I've only had 2 since I've been here, but then I haven't used the electric really. I've used it twice. So €2 gives you 4 hours electric. And unfortunately, I don't think that electric is quite powerful enough to run my heating. It's been a little bit indifferent, my heating. I haven't needed it, although having said that, I need to use it because it's going to get cold. Let me show you the electric. So this goes all the way up. I don't know how many vans it will hold. A fair few, I would say between 40 and 60. Wouldn't you? 40 and 60 bays.
Yeah.
And then you got this. So again, it's €2, 4 hours, or 2 times euros for 8 hours, 3 times €2 for 12 hours. Most of the bays have electric. I think some of them might need to share. So that one we're hooked onto will feed 4 vans, which means these 1, 2, 3 bays don't have electric. But then you're very rarely going to have vans here that are using the electric all the time. I think the idea of that electric is just to top your batteries up, or, you know, just to keep you going for what you need, not to hog, because everybody seems to be pretty self-sufficient. Anyway, that's the Les Menuires Aires. I'll drop a what 3 words. And it's great for skiing. You can actually ski down past the main road, and there's 2 lifts that take you up that side. Now that side of that mountain is absolutely Paya de Massa, which is where I was at the top. That's fabulous. And then obviously you've got Oral, Karen, Val Thorens, and then obviously around that side of the is where your three valleys are, your Menuires and your Courchevelles. And I think I mentioned it yesterday. This would be for a van lifer or people out there that have got vans that like to ski or snowboard. You could comfortably spend 2 or more weeks in this resort because it's so big. I mean, I did runs yesterday, and I've been here 4 or 5 times. I did runs yesterday in Menuires that I've never done before. So it is great. Any negatives about Val Thorens? It's very busy in the town. That's what I would say. Very busy. It's like if you're in one of the hotels and you want to come out and ski down to the main lifts to get out, it's like Keystone Cops. It's like, wow, there's bodies everywhere. The main runs through the town are actually nursery slopes as well. So you get the through traffic to get where they want to do it, plus the beginners and children. Lots of the ski schools use that area as well. So it can become pretty congested. But once you're out and you're out and about, it's such a fabulous place. And the highest resort, so it's pretty snowshore up top. And the snow has been the best since my time in the Alps this year. Right, I think we'll cut that there then. Good morning. Well, not a good morning actually. Not a good night. We went into real cold last night, probably around -15. I don't know exactly without looking back. But the heating was working fine. Went out for something to eat, come back, went to bed, and then I heard a noise woke me up. And once I woke up and realised what it was actually the Truma boiler dispensing the water from the boiler to protect it. It's a feature that they have. I think I've mentioned it before. That's great. So I thought, oh, okay. So I turned the pump off and went back to bed. So I think what's happened is well, I know what's happened. I've actually lost all the water I put in last night, which means that there might be something else anyway, because it should only disperse the water that's in the boiler, because it holds 10 litres at any one time. So I woke up this morning, primed the freeze sensor button and turned the pump back on, and then obviously the pump wasn't pumping water, so I checked the tank and all the water had gone out of the fresh water tank, which I stuck 60 litres in it yesterday. So where's that 60 litres gone? Because I don't think it's gone in here. Or did it? Or did it actually wake me after the event? Because I don't know. Anyway, it's a mystery. So I've got to defrost, get back over to the water point, and I'll fill the tank up again and get the heater going again and just see where we're at. Anyway, so I've dechocked. I've gone to get some water. I filled my water tank up again. I plugged back into the electric. I've got the heating now on mix, so diesel and electric. And that seems to be okay. 16 degrees. It's cold. But I don't think I've done any damage other than just my anxiety. I've got a few hours to decide what I want to do. I've got to tidy up in here because obviously I've made a bit of a mess because of the upheaval to get round to get some water. I needed to get water because I wanted to make sure that my boiler was fine, and it is. So I've flushed through water now through the boiler and into the tap. So now the pump, that's how I knew the water had gone, because the pump was pumping, but there was no water coming through the tap when I wanted water this morning. So I don't know. Just one of those things. And I'll look back on this and think, oh yeah, it's all right. It was, but it's been eventful and no major catastrophes. I think really I might wrap this week's video up. So if you're still watching, thank you. And remember to like, subscribe, and please comment. I'm still in jail, so that will all help. And I will see you next week. I think I've told you what I'm doing next week. I'm going to head out of here, being that be today, tomorrow, whenever. And I'm heading towards Colmar and Strasbourg before my return to Blighty. Anyway, thanks for watching. You know what to do. And I'll see you next week. Bye.